Hi guys, welcome to Top Table Gaming. You're here with your host Top Table Ben, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing, building and reviewing these awesome paint racks by HobbyZone. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my hobby area always tends to end up a complete mess with bottles and pots of paint left everywhere. And it gets to a certain point where I just don't feel like doing any painting because my hobby area is such a mess. The other problem I have is finding my paints. So as you can see, I've got a load scattered here, but I also keep a load in a tub, and finding the colour I want at times can be a real frustration. So before I start building, I am going to need to tidy my workspace and get rid of all the clutter so I've got a nice, clean and clear working area, giving me plenty of space to put these racks. Now next, on to the unboxing. Now as you'll see here, these products are really well wrapped. There's plenty of bubble wrap in the boxes to hold all the pieces nice and firmly inside, and stops them from slipping around and potentially getting damaged. Inside you'll find all the parts necessary to assemble the racks, along with an instruction guide. Before you start putting your rack together, I would highly advise reading through the instruction manual. Not only will it save you time because you won't be making mistakes, but it will also make sure that you don't potentially ruin it by gluing parts in the wrong places. Now to assemble these, you will be needing some wood glue and some masking tape or some other sort of tape to hold the parts together whilst the glue dries. And this, as if by magic, they have magically appeared on my desk. Before you break out the glue, I would highly suggest that you put the parts together in a dry fitting way so that you know exactly where the parts need to go before you start gluing. I made the mistake of starting to try and glue bits together before I'd worked out where everything went, and then I had to go back and rectify it afterwards. So it is much better if you just work out where everything goes before you start applying glue. Now I'm applying the wood glue with an old brush. It just means that rather than using it directly out of the pot, I've got a little bit more control over the glue and where it's going. So rather than it kind of squidging out and making a bit of a mess, as I say, I have got a little bit more control over it. I was really impressed with how easily and quickly these racks went together. And although the first one took me maybe 20 minutes to put together, the second and third one were much quicker once I knew what I was doing, and eventually they only took me about 15 minutes to put together. Although you can see me using a clamp here to hold parts together, this was completely unnecessary, and tape will do an absolutely fine job of this. Once they were all built, I let the glue dry for 20 minutes or so before dry fitting them all in place. Personally, I think they look super slick. Next up was an opportunity to sort out through all of my paints. Now as you can see here, they are all in a huge jumble, so I wanted to place them all in some sort of logical order. This was also an opportunity for me to sort out through any duplicates that I might have that I could put elsewhere until I needed them. Once they're all in order and I'd placed them onto the rack in my desired colour combinations, I was really happy with the result. With the slimline profile of these racks, it means that they're not encroaching too much onto my workspace, but I've still got access to my paints at my fingertips. So guys, you've seen me unbox and build these items, so now on to the review section of the video. So first up, I want to be talking about the build quality. The build quality on this is fantastic. They are super strong. The shelving, although they are quite sort of thin, they are quite rigid, especially with the back parts holding it all together, and I feel like they have been designed really well. When I was building this, the parts went together like a dream. So as I just said, it is super well designed, and I think that the entire design that has gone into it as A, makes it super strong, and B, makes it just a really great product. Next thing I want to talk about is the construction of these racks. As you saw in the video, these are super simple to put together. Now, the first one did take me a little while longer than the second two, but that's because I was getting my bearings with all the parts and where everything went, so I did have to sort of test fit a few bits, but once I understood where everything went, these went together super easily, and with minimal tools as well. So the only thing I needed was some wood glue and some tape. Now, you did see me use a clamp to try and put them together. I thought I might need it just to make sure that everything held together, but actually it's a testament to the construction and the design of these that actually they didn't really need anything like that. So yeah, they were super easy to build and put together. Next thing I want to talk about is the price. So these are priced at about £13 each. I bought 3 of them, and postage and packaging as well came to about £50, which I thought was super reasonable. Considering the build quality and some of the other stuff I've seen, I thought comparably this was a bargain. I also just want to say that the way that they came delivered was fantastic. There was loads of bubble wrap. If ever you bought any MDF products before, if they get kind of dropped or damaged, they are very easily broken, but the amount of packaging that came around this product was fantastic. It kept them super safe, and when they arrived they were in perfect condition. So what about challenges and things that I would potentially change? So now that I've set it up and I've put my paints on it, there is one thing that I would like to change ever so slightly. And HobbyZone, if you're listening, I would absolutely 100% love to see this change. I don't know if you can see in the background here, but 8 paints fit comfortably on it. The 9th paint is just ever so slightly proud. So if they'd made the racks an extra 5mm wide, you could have fitted the paints 9 wide without having that kind of one bulging out. It doesn't really bother me, and you know what, it's there to hold my paints. It's not there to look particularly pretty, but if some of you might have like OCD, you know, it might kind of bug you to see that one paint sort of slightly out at an angle, but that is about the only thing that I would consider changing about this product. And lastly, would I buy them again? Absolutely. So I love the look of the HobbyZone stuff. I think it looks dead slick compared to some of the other MDF products out there. So it kind of really fits with the aesthetic that I want to go for in my painting area. Also, having looked through the catalogue in a little bit more detail, I've seen some items that I think will be very useful for storing tools and storing paintbrushes and the like. So I'm already considering placing another order with HobbyZone. So guys, what did you guys think? Do you guys own any HobbyZone products? And if so, why don't you let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below? Are there any modules or units that you think are particularly useful? Or have you had any challenges or issues around these products yet? As I said, if you've had any feedback whatsoever on these products, make sure that you are letting me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, make sure you click that subscribe button and make sure you're clicking that bell icon to make sure you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Make sure you're checking out the description below for loads of links to our other social media accounts, our Top Table Gaming Community Facebook group, and our Patreon page. We have loads of benefits for patrons, so make sure you go and have a look and check that out. That's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.